The person who gave me rape threats have come to Delhi now, maybe he's garlanded and becomes an MP. The only thing this government can do for stopping us is create violence. They've done it in Gujarat and they've done it in Delhi. After burning all the houses, the people who lost the houses in Delhi said that we are together, Hindu Muslims are together. That is a big thing. That's the victory we want to see.
Thanks for talking to us. You've been traveling everyone and of course you're a law student.
Yeah.
You talked about Samvidhan. Just now you talked about Samvidhan ki new kaati ja rahi hai. You're a law student and you see the judiciary, which is a Supreme Court, which is supposed to uphold the law, which is not doing its duty. Like, how do you feel as a law student? Where are we lacking here?
See, the whole existence of judiciary also depends on the Constitution of India. And if the Constitution of India's foundation is broken, then the existence of all the institutions, whether it's judiciary or election commission or anything, goes. So we have to make sure that we maintain this foundation of constitution, which is secularism, which is the basic structure, and basic structure has secularism, basic structure has federalism. We cannot centralize everything, which this government tends to do. So we have to make sure that we don't let them do this. And I know they'll push this agenda because that's their agenda. That's not something they are bringing in with a good intention. And that is why we have to also be very strong keeping on with this Satyagraha, Gandhian Satyagraha. And coincidentally, Gandhi's first Satyagraha was also against Citizenship Amendment Act in South Africa. So we are not just probably, we're exactly on the Gandhi's way with an Ambedkarite mindset.
I know a lot of things we talk about Gandhian principles, but then as you said previously, right, Justice Muralidharan on the Delhi riots, he asked FIRs to be filed on the day against those who spread hate speech. On the same day, his transfer was ordered, and the next day another justice comes in. He asks us to wait. He gives four weeks to wait for the hate speech. I mean, the confidence of people like us, we and you, everyone believes the justice system of the India, but then they are not keeping it up, right? Where does that leave us? I mean, that they'll obviously boil.
The confidence goes down definitely, but we have to make sure that this is about psychology. We have to see there is Justice Muralidhar. We don't have to see there is someone who's giving 4 weeks to the hate speaker. Okay, so there is Justice Muralidhar. Even in Indira Gandhi's time, there was Justice H.R. Khanna. I agree that we are missing Justice H.R. Khanna today very much, but I definitely think that there is somewhere Justice H.R. Khanna which will come to Supreme Court and save us. And sometimes we shouldn't be waiting for saviors to save us. We are our own saviors. That is why we are also on the roads. And we are taking this constitutional right to protest. We are exercising our constitutional right to protest, right? So this right to protest is Satyagraha. It is not just a protest, it is a movement. It's two months have passed. We don't have to be very impatient because the only weapon we have is our knowledge, truth, and patience. And we will lose many lives because the only thing this government can do for stopping us is create violence. They've done it in Gujarat and they've done it in Delhi. At the same time, when Trump came, Gujarat also went through a huge violence, and Delhi went through bigger violence. I mean, we were devastated, but now we are again together. We can take 2 steps back, but we can again come forward, right? So we don't have to retaliate like them. They will provoke us. They will try everything so that we get into this non-violent movement and this violent moment, and we'll make sure that we are a non-violent people, and we make sure that we will continue with this movement. And it's a long run, trust me. It's not a month game. It's a struggle of years. Even Gandhi got his answer after 7 years against the Citizenship Amendment Act in 1906. So we have to wait. Probably not 7. I just hope we get our results very soon. But surely, it's like do or die. It's like liberty or death.
I know. I receive a lot of messages. People asking like, where is the end for this? Now, you've been traveling everywhere. You've been seeing a lot of protests coming in. But where is the end? Like, where do you see the end? A lot of people are already exhausted. Some people are exhausted, but many are fighting and many are giving in. Already, we have lost a lot of lives in Delhi.
Yes. Many people are giving in. I mean, some people have lost interest, saying that, okay, there's no end. But the moment some people go, some more people add on. Okay, and this will happen, trust me. If you get tired one day, I get tired, there will be someone else will come here and speak, okay? And secondly, when we say what is the end, our means are the ends in themselves. That is what Nehru said, that is what Gandhi said, that our means are the ends in themselves. Their ends are the only motive. They'll do it by hook or crook. So initially you will see that they are winning, but in the long run we'll win. And our means is the end. This is our end, or actually this is our victory. Our victory was that day when, after burning all the houses, the people who lost the houses in Delhi said that we are together, Hindu Muslims are together. That is a big thing. That's the victory we want to see. I don't know if I'll be alive, if you'll be alive or not. But our victory should be that the other people who are left go on with this movement. Because that is that is exactly what this government wants to destroy, is our will. And we'll not give up our willpower.
Of course, the will, as you said, the will of young activists like you, Wali Rahmani, there's Nabia, there's a lot of other students like Aisha Rena, a lot of people who are driving this movement, right? So, I mean, one thing is the politicians who are supposed to lead us, those politicians like Rahul Gandhi, Arvind Kejriwal, or probably the people whom Muslims believe to be the saviors, or who they believe they'll stand with them. But they're not an exception, I believe, is Priyanka Gandhi. But other than that, nobody is coming in.
We are not here waiting for saviors. Trust me, we are not relying on politicians. Politicians are politicians. They are not leaders, first of all. The independence time, people were freedom leaders. They were not politicians. So we will not rely on any person. We are our own leaders. I'm not a leader, you're not a leader. We are all together our leaders. And we will lead this leaderless movement with a very good direction. And we'll make sure, especially as students, because civilians don't tend to, understand everything. So students will make sure that we, as individual leaders, also give them the way. And make the civilians together understand that we will not retaliate. We will be in a non-violent movement, and we will not be provoked. They'll do everything to provoke us.
Of course. Lastly, I'll ask you personal questions. How is this movement driving you? Like, is it exhausting you? Like, how is it affecting your studies and stuff? I know you've been very silent previously. You're not known. Probably 2 months back you were unknown face, but right now, like, you've been called the viral girl, and you're driving everywhere. I mean, you're traveling everywhere.
It's exhaustive, but then I am used to it. I used to do things multiply, because it's not just studies we have to do. And studies, if we are doing, we actually have to apply those studies. There are people in my college, okay, they study well, they score well, but they have no sense in them. They don't believe in principles. And that is not study. That is just eating something you don't believe in, doing something, or praying to God and you don't believe in God, being an atheist. So don't pray to God. No, don't do that. If you don't believe in it, that's completely okay. But don't behave like you're studying something and you don't believe in it. And if I study, it is my duty as a civilian, as a citizen, and also as a student, that I have to make sure that what I'm studying is also applied on the ground. I cannot just score good. And it is exhaustive, I understand. But probably, maybe people call me viral or anything. It is just sheer luck that I was caught by a media person while I was being detained, and my videos got viral. It is just sheer luck. But it is a moment.
It's not a sheer luck. I think probably it inspired a lot of people. It has inspired a lot of people, a lot of women. I mean, message me asking like how, the way it has affected them. It has drive them, the power to come out in the streets. A lot of people. I mean, it's not just. Definitely.
We look up to each other, and that is why we want to see saviors in our own people, not politicians who have just lost interest in humanity. And we'll make sure we are our own saviors. If you someday have a problem, you call up to me, not a politician, because even police will not help us. So we have to take care of each other mentally also, because mentally they just want to exhaust us, and the only weapon is either you get tired or you get dead, you are killed. That's the only thing they can do.
I know you're getting a lot of rape threats, a lot of abuses and everything. And how's your last question, of course, how is your parents coping with that? Like, are they asking you to stop it?
See, my whole family has mixed things. There is one of my family member who completely agrees with CA, but is completely with me because I'm standing up for something I believe in. And I think that's democracy. If BJP would have been a political party, would have understood us. But it's no more behaving like a political party. In my family, there are people with different opinions, but they say what they believe in. And they also give the other person that choice. My parents also give that choice always, that think and talk what you believe in, but at least be honest. They are scared, but it's okay. I just told them that if you want me to be strong, you have to be first strong. Be strong. So they are very strong, and I'm really happy. And I'm really lucky that my parents are very accommodative with this thing. They are very strong. They keep calling me that they call me that, are you okay? Then that's okay. So
I know. Of course, a lot of people are praying for you, and of course, for your well wishes, and we all care for you, of course.
To be very honest, I am privileged in the sense that many people's voices are not even heard. Dalits, minorities, their voices are not heard. My voice is heard. That's the maximum privilege I can get. What maximum they can do? They can kill me, or they can file an FIR. They can do anything. They do it. We'll fight it. It's okay. But we have come here to get liberty from all these bad, unconstitutional laws. So we'll get it. It's okay. We know the consequences. We are not naive. We know what will happen to us. But let's do it. We had Bhagat Singh, so we'll learn from him.
Talking about the Gujrat Singh, the one who fired on the Shaheen Bagh protest, he was released and he was given a hero's welcome. How does that affect, like, people like him are given bail while people like Kafil Khan and Khalid, all those people are jailed? I mean,
it's the time of injustice. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes the duty. So I know it will happen. Someday someone will kill any of us and they'll be garlanded. It will happen. That's the reality. You have to accept it now. Don't get disheartened because it is not even shocking. We agree that this will happen. Maybe the person who gave me rape threats have come to Delhi now. Maybe he's garlanded and becomes an MP. So this can happen. Just don't give up and just don't feel bad. Because they are like that. They're just showing what they are. You should be happy you at least removed that parda from over them. So that parda is gone now. The blanket they used to take of secularism, that's gone.
yeah, I think we have been enduring a lot. Anyway, thanks, Swati, and best of luck.
Thank you. Same to you.